Would everyone please rise and welcome the graduating class of 2017.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please join Laurie Taylor in the singing of our national anthem and remain standing during the delivery of the traditional friendship song by Dustin Brandt. The friendship song symbolises our respect and our honour towards one another as we walk side by side through this beautiful journey of life.
Please join me. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
We are hey, we are, we are, we are, we are, we are, go we ho, go we ho, we are hey, we are, we are, we are, we are, we are. Go we ho, go we ho, we ho. We are, we are, we are, we are, go ya, we are, go we ho, go we ho, we ho. We are, hey, we are, we are, we are, we are, go ya, we are, go we ho, go we ho, we ho. We are, we are, we are, we are, go ya, we are, go we ho, go we ho, we ho.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to the Loyalist College of Applied Arts and Technology 2017 Convocation. My name is Anne Drennan, and as Acting Vice President Academic, it is my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for this afternoon's exercises. Before we begin, I would ask that you check to ensure that phones and other electronic devices are turned off until the conclusion of the ceremony. As well, in the event of a fire alarm, your exit routes are located behind me, through the doors on my left and at the doors at the back of the auditorium. Follow the exit signs out of the college, and once outside, proceed to move away from the building. This afternoon, we are recognising graduates of the School of Media, Arts and Design and the School of Continuing Education. Interpreting this afternoon's ceremony are Heidi Towes and Judy Jeffrey. Today's convocation ceremony will be simulcast in the Student Centre, known as the Shark Tank, located downstairs on the first floor. I would remind graduates that they are to return to their seats once they have received their diplomas or certificates until convocation is completed as a courtesy to others. We understand that some of you may wish to take a picture of your graduate at this eventful moment. If you do, I ask that at the appropriate time you go by the way of the back of the hall, down the side aisle to your right, and wait in the alcove on this side of the wall so that you're not obstructing the view of other members of the audience. It is now my pleasure to introduce June Hargeman, Chair of the Board of Governors, who will officially open Convocation.
Good afternoon. As we open today's proceedings, I would like to recognize that we're holding this ceremony on the traditional territories of the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte, recognized as the community of Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory. I declare the 50th Convocation of Loyalist College is officially opened. On behalf of the Board of Governors, it is my privilege to welcome you to this day of celebration and extend a special welcome to our distinguished guest of honor, Paul Ferguson, and to our Valedictorian, Heather Williams. And to you, our graduates, the Loyalist College class of 2017, the 50th graduating class of this college. As Loyalist College governors, we are committed to our service to the students and the college community. This is an important day, and all of us are delighted to share this celebration with you. Convocation is an occasion when the entire college community, family, friends, and supporters come together to honor you, our graduates. We all have professional and personal dreams, but where do we find the confidence to pursue them? I believe your confidence begins today with your well-deserved credential in hand. I believe the supporters who surround you, whether it be faculty members, family, and friends, will continue to encourage you. I believe in you, your passion, your commitment to hard work, and your belief that you will succeed. Our congratulations to you, the class of 2017.
Thank you, Chair Hagerman. I would like to call upon President Vaughan, who will address the graduates and introduce our speaker for today. President Vaughan.
Chair Hagerman, Mr. Ferguson, members of the board, distinguished guests, Loyalist colleagues, graduates of the graduating class of 2017, family and friends, good afternoon and welcome. It is the most wonderful time of the year. I think I've been humming that Christmas song all week. What a wonderful year to be joining the college in this, its 50th anniversary. I'm so delighted to be serving Loyalist College as its president. And since arriving here last November, every day I see more and more evidence of how this institution is deeply rooted in the community, and the focus on student success is second to none. It's a year of celebrations with the 150th anniversary of our country and our province, the 200th anniversary of the City of Belleville, and of course the 50th anniversary of Loyalist College. 2017 is also a special year of recognition of the 100th anniversary of Vimy Ridge. The poppies displayed at the front of the auditorium are placed here to remind us all of this important part of our history as a country and to honor all those who have served and continue to serve in our military. I am so truly honored to be joining Loyalist College as its 5th president. I have come to recognize that this is a very special place, and I know that same welcome is extended to each and every student at the college too. Regardless of program of interest, our program teams, faculty and staff, work to help each individual succeed. Our students are our focus, and we are very proud of you and your success. Graduates, this is your day, and we want to congratulate you and thank you for choosing Loyalist for this part of your journey. It has been such a privilege to meet many of you over the past 7 months. I want to thank you for your commitment to this college. You are now an important part of its history. Your legacy is in your involvement in college activities, student government, athletics, residence, or initiatives with organizations in our communities. We are so very proud of you and want to thank you on behalf of the students who will follow you for the amazing contributions you have made to Loyalist College just during your time here. In fact, I would say that on a percentage basis, I have met more students in this class than I have met of any other at Loyalist College, and it speaks to the tremendous commitment that these students make to the college every day. A new addition to graduation this year has been the introduction of valedictorians. Our very first Loyalist College valedictorians are Dan Schell and Heather Williams. Both graduates of the Public Relations program. These two students have made incredible contributions to the college in the time that they have been with us. I want to make special mention of them as our first two. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they represent the quality, passion, and commitment of the Loyalist College student that in my short time here, I have grown to admire. Loyalist is truly a destination college, and I know that you will keep in touch with your alma mater. We promise to continue to cheer for you as you create your pathway ahead. We will keep in touch through the Lasting Connections newsletter, and we hope that you will stay up to date with college activities and continue to learn with us as you move through your career. We will welcome you back anytime, in person or online. Graduates, I hope your dreams take you to the corner of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the most special places your heart has ever known. You are ready to take on this world, and we can't wait to see what you do next. During the past 50 years, over 40,000 students have graduated from this wonderful college. You are joining an elite group of individuals. As graduates, I know you will take that pride and strength of your learning with you. But please keep in touch. Members of our Alumni Association are here to welcome you to the alumni family as you leave the stage. And so enjoy this day with your family and friends, and thank you for choosing Loyalist. Today, like the day that you made that decision, is truly the start of something amazing. Congratulations. It is now my privilege to introduce our guest speaker for this afternoon. Paul Ferguson is a Cobourg native and a 3-time winner of the Canadian Country Music Awards. Paul was presented with the Music Director of the Year, Medium or Small Market, in September 2016. The 3rd consecutive year he won this national award. Paul started building the foundation of a successful career by tuning himself to the radio world while studying at Loyalist. His radio broadcasting diploma prepared him to follow the beat of an entry-level position. Paul got his start in Cobourg when radio station owner Don Conway gave him a chance at an internship. 20-plus years later, Paul is the program director at Belleville's country music station, Cool 101.1 FM and 95.5 Hits FM. Paul supports Loyalist and our students as a member of the Radio Broadcasting Program Advisory Committee. He was elected to the Board of Directors of the CCMA in September 2016 and is a member of the Board of Directors for the Trenton Memorial Hospital Foundation, and has served as the chair of the YMCA Strong Kids campaign. Paul supports many community events through his radio broadcast and social media outreach, encouraging participation and support. Honoring Paul today is fitting as a distinguished alumni and in recognition of the 25th anniversary of Loyalist Radio, CJLX-FM. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our guest speaker for this afternoon, a truly distinguished Canadian, Paul Ferguson.
I think I just hired that entire row right there. I may very well have just hired a bunch of new employees, and now I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to explain that to the owner. My, oh my. Thank you, President Vaughan. This is a profound privilege for me to be here. It really is. And I am in no way qualified to be delivering this address. Not at all. Now, for those at the back of the room, you have the benefit of the screens up above our head. And high-definition technology was not invented so you could see this that big. My name is Paul Ferguson, and first and foremost, congratulations, graduates. Congratulations. So let's review what's gone on here in the last day and a half. Yesterday morning, Convocation address was given by a guy who is the wing commander of the largest and busiest Air Force base in the country, Colonel Colin Keever. Round of applause for Colonel Keever. From there, we went to a Stanley Cup winning NHL coach in Mark Crawford, Belleville native. Massive round of applause for Mark Crawford. This morning's address was done by Rob Huddleston. He's the manager of human resources for Foot Locker Canada. Massive company. Round of applause for him. And now we're together. You folks got a kid from Baltimore, Ontario, mildly reasonable voice to listen to, and not much else. So, if anybody actually paid money for a ticket to be here, the refund line is going to begin right by those flags at the moment this address is done. Now, it's not why we're here. We're here to celebrate the graduates. And speaking of growing up in Baltimore, a few weeks ago when I was asked to give this address, I was pretty excited. I told my parents, and they felt, it's an emotional moment, they felt a couple of different emotions. They were shock and disbelief. So I said to my dad, I said, they've asked me to be the convocation speaker at Loyalist College. It's kind of neat. He's looking at me funny. And I thought maybe he didn't hear what I said. A few moments later, he says, "What are you going to say that anybody wants to remember?" I also often get asked, how have you managed to win 3 Canadian Country Music Association awards? And that is a great question. I didn't run a race faster than anybody. I didn't jump higher than anybody else. I like to tell people it's through a series of very poorly cast ballots. That's it. But when I was offered the opportunity to speak to you, Loyalist College's newest graduates, I also felt a couple of emotions. The first is incredible honor. It really is. And the second was actually a wee bit of nervousness. And it's not nervousness getting up here and speaking to you folks. We do this all the time. I MC events, I host galas, and that sort of thing. However, for a guy who can't motivate his children to make their bed in the morning, I now have to try to draw upon experiences to inspire you folks. And today I'll do my best. But I did think deeply about this, and I talked to a lot of people about this, and I tried my best to take my time. And I actually felt excitement as well, so I suppose I felt 3 things. So much excitement because from the best spot in the room, I get to watch you folks celebrate your accomplishment, your families celebrate that with you, and your classmates, your friends, and the folks here at Loyalist College, and that's a real thrill, so I hope you folks enjoy this as well. So, after all that, what is my message to you folks? I thought a long time about this. So are you ready for it? My message for you is I have no idea. I have no idea, I really don't. None. And when I say that, that is to say, I have no idea where your journey in this life is going to take you. I have no idea where you'll go. And I have no idea what you're going to experience along the way. But that's what I think the most exciting part of today is that here you are, you finished this chapter of the book. You've made it this far. And the rest of the pages in the book are blank. And you folks hold the pen. You folks hold the pen. And I think that is so exciting. And it's easy for me to stand here and say, that's exciting. I hope you're excited. I certainly hope you are. But I do understand as well, there's a little bit of stress involved in this. I've been where you were. Because the training wheels now come off for you folks. It's time to begin your career. It's time to find a job if you haven't already. And that can be a stressful thing. Now, it's informal poll time for the students. And just a show of hands, graduates, and graduates only, how many of you believe that 42 years of age sounds old? 2 hands up. Well, you all, with your hands in the air, failed your final test at Loyalist. I asked the question because 22 years ago, I was seated right where you are. I sat in the same seats, and it's all gone by in a flash. I wasn't smarter than you. I wasn't a better broadcaster than the person that was sitting beside me. And clearly, I wasn't as good looking as you folks are. That we know for sure. So in preparing for this today, I asked myself, what advice would the 42-year-old version of Paul Ferguson want to dispense to the 20-year-old version that sat in those seats? Because even though you've made it this far, you've graduated, congratulations, you still may not know what you don't know. And you'll learn that along the way. So in preparing, I thought, what would I tell myself if I had a red gown on and I was back in those seats? Now, if I could write a letter to myself, what would it say? I asked myself that question, then I realized I stole a line from a Brad Paisley song and that I'm likely going to be hit with a lawsuit the moment this speech ends. Country music fans, any in there? Any in the crowd? Okay, good. I ask because I owe a lot of what I have in my life to my education at Loyalist College. I owe a lot of what I have to my time in the country music business, and I owe a lot of it to the country music community. It's been very kind to me. Well, I'll stop short of singing to you today, and just barely. I do draw on a lot of my time in the country music industry in regards to what shapes me, how I conduct my life. A lot of that can be traced back to country music. And here, ladies and gentlemen, are 3 things that if I wrote that letter to myself, that letter would say. And the first, and to me the most important, be present. Be present. Not just in the room, necessarily. We're all here. We're celebrating this good time. But be in the moment and be present. And you know who taught me that lesson? It's a guy named Keith Urban. A guy named Keith Urban. A couple of years ago, I was down in Nashville. And Keith Urban spoke to a group of us. And the focus of his speech was being present. He didn't tell us how to play a guitar. He didn't advise that we marry a movie star. Although, if you can, do it. He taught us about being present. And I learned the lesson right there in that session. I'm in the crowd. Keith Urban's up there speaking to us. And I leaned over to the guy I was with and I said, we got to be at the next event at 4 o'clock and it's over on 5th Avenue. And I stopped and went, wait a minute. Keith Urban on the stage telling us about being present. Where was my mind? It was on where I had to be next. And it's a lesson I've never forgot. And if you retain nothing else, I hope that you remember, be present, be in your moment, whatever that moment is. Now, here's the trick. And I'm glad you're sitting down for this, guys. It may involve putting down the phone for a few minutes. It may involve putting down the phone. I know. take in experiences with your eyes and with your ears, not necessarily through the lens of a camera. Be present. Number 2 on the letter to me, go out there and make your mistakes. In fact, I'd get started on that right away. First thing Monday morning, get out there and make your mistakes. You are not perfect. I am not perfect, but accept responsibility for your mistakes. If you're prepared to accept responsibility for the successes, be prepared to own the mistakes, and that's okay. Totally okay. Because making mistakes means you took a shot. You took your shot. And the next time you give it a shot, you'll be much better suited to deal with the challenges. There's a guy named Albert Einstein. It's widely accepted that he was a pretty smart guy. Most people would agree. Could have used a hairbrush in life, but he was a pretty smart guy. And Albert Einstein, I love the way he looked at challenges. He believed that mistakes were challenges and that they gave us a choice. You can let your mistakes discourage you. You can just simply ignore the mistake, or you can learn from the mistake. Never give up on the dream, and in order to reach the dream, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. Be accountable for them, learn from them, be better for having made them. There's a mentor of mine who's in the room today as it pertains to radio, which is my business. He's taught me that anybody who leaves the radio station, not necessarily every day, but from time to time, who's not a little red-faced over something that didn't work on the radio, probably not working hard enough. Take the risk. Don't be afraid to make the mistake. Just learn from it. Now, the third thing I would include in the letter to me, if I were sitting where you are again, understand that there is opportunity in every situation. Keep your eyes and your ears open always. And I learned that lesson right here at Loyalist College. I was a student, hadn't graduated yet, starting to wonder whether I was going to. Might take me 3-4 years. Anyhow, I was a student. And what I had tried to do was take the shortcut, take the lazy route on a particular assignment. Okay? I knew the person who owned the radio station in Coburg. He was somewhat of a family friend. And the whole idea of the project was that we had to go to a particular market, we had to study the market, gather information, we had to gather information about the radio station, come back, and then we had to compile a report. And I thought, well, I know that guy down in Coburg, so maybe, of course the assignment was due the next day, maybe he could fax me all that information I needed and it's going to save me the actual visit. So I phoned him up. I said, Mr. Conway, would you mind faxing me X, Y, and Z? He said, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I went, uh-oh. He said, but if you want to come on up here and see me, I would be absolutely happy to give you everything you need. Now what? The assignment's due tomorrow. Old man Conway's grinding me into driving up there. He gave me everything I needed. He went over it with me. And you know what else he gave me? My first job in radio. He gave me my first job. So had I been successful in trying to cut the corner on that assignment, chances are I'm not up here 22 years later able to talk to you folks. Remember, there is opportunity in everything. Just always be open, ears, eyes to the opportunities in any situation. So I mentioned that country music and its people have had a massive influence on me. And if I have any luck left in my body, it will continue to throughout my career. And I want to leave you with a song lyric. I'm not going to sing it to you. Although, man, when I'm in my truck alone, do I nail it. The song was written by a songwriter named Laurie McKenna. And I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when Laurie McKenna wrote this song. The fact that out of a human being's mind, this was put to paper is just incredible. The song was performed by Tim McGraw, and I've been lucky enough over the years to spend a bit of time with Tim McGraw, and I'm going to do it again in a couple of weeks. And this song is just it's just a great song. And no matter where your trail in life takes you, the message is always going to be very sage advice. When it's hot, eat a root beer popsicle. It's not the line I was going to leave you on. The line I want to leave you on is this: don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around and help the next one in line, and always stay humble and kind. Congratulations. This has been my pleasure. And I'll always be curious about whatever happened to the class of 17. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank Paul Ferguson for joining us on this special occasion and delivering such a meaningful, be present address to the graduating class of 2017. I am pleased to announce that the Board of Governors, by virtue of the authority vested in it, has authorized me to award Paul Ferguson the highest tribute of Loyalist College, an honorary diploma in applied arts. This honorary diploma is presented to Paul Ferguson in recognition of his distinguished career as a radio broadcast personality and his contributions to his community through the many organizations and initiatives he supports. Loyalist College is privileged to have Paul Ferguson address Convocation 2017 and accordingly pays to him its highest academic tribute.
I would now invite Mrs. Pat Tripp, sister of the late Hugh O'Neill, Loyalist Alumni President, George Redham, and Mr. Paul Ferguson to join me. In 1998, the Board of Governors approved the establishment of the Hugh P. O'Neill Outstanding Alumni Award in recognition of Mr. O'Neill's leadership as chair of the college's foundation's New Millennium campaign. The award is intended to recognize a graduate of Loyalist College who has made an exceptional contribution to his or her community through professional, community leadership, or through volunteer service. This year, I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the Outstanding Alumni Award is Mr. Paul Ferguson, a 1995 graduate of the radio broadcasting program. It is truly an honor to recognize Loyalist graduate Paul Ferguson today in recognition of his exceptional career, success, and contributions to his community.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the formal part of our ceremony where the certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas and awards will be presented. President Vaughan, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for certificates, diplomas and advanced diplomas by successfully completing curricula offered by the School of Media, Arts and Design and the School of Continuing Education at Loyalist College. They have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded certificates or diplomas in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Loyalist College, I do hereby confer on our graduates their respective Ontario College certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas, with all the honours, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
President Vaughan, on behalf of the graduates not present, I request that you confer their certificates and diplomas in absentia.
I so do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kathleen Baskar, Dean, School of the Media, Arts and Design, will oversee the conferring of diplomas. During the next part of the programme, we will be presenting the graduates for the Media, Arts and Design programmes and continuing education programmes, who will proceed across the stage to receive congratulations from the President and a member of the Board of Governors. In order that we can clearly hear everyone's name, we ask for your cooperation in withholding your applause until each group has been presented. Those taking photographs are asked to use the designated area to the left of the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Baskar.
Thank you, Vice President Drennan. President Vaughan, it is my absolute pleasure to present the recipients of Ontario College certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas, and awards in media, arts, design, and continuing education programs. Chair Hagerman, please come forward to congratulate the graduates. Thank you. Ontario College certificates. Art and Design Foundation. Bowen Messier. Dylan Rupnell, Dean's List. General Arts and Science, English for academic purposes. Yong Suk Choi, Dean's List. Pre-Health Science. Karna Barnes, Dean List. Julie Day, Dean's List. Karen Fakchuranan. Victoria Harmond, Dean's List. Shannon Hickey, Dean's List. Lindora Jackson, Dean's List. Lindora is also the recipient of the G.P. Hunt Award for All-Round Achievement in the Pre-Health Science program. Ashley Kelly. Kiora Kimball, Dean's List. Christine Larson. Jesse McCarroll, Dean's List. Megan Patton. Abigail Smith, Dean's List. Emily Vreeberg, Dean's List. Madison Williams, Dean's List. Michaela Williams Mills, Dean's List. Lisa Wozni. General Arts and Science. Kylie Devlin, Dean's List. Tyron King. Delaney Mano, Dean's List. Robert Saunders. Ricard Toscanon. Ontario College Diplomas. Thank you, Chair Hagerman. Broadcasting Radio. Abby Ailing. Brett Black. Taylor DeGrasse. Jake Gosselin, Dean's List. Jake is also the recipient of the Broadcast Faculty Award presented for exceptional professional attitude in the radio program. Maxwell Healy, Dean's List, and Maxwell is also the recipient of the Cool 100 95.5 Hits FM Starboard Communications Award for Top Creative Writer. David Hurst. Nicole Ignatov, Dean's List. Deanna Jones. Jaden Jones. Jaden is also the recipient of the Broadcast Faculty Award presented for exceptional professional attitude in the radio program. Andrew Morrow, recipient of the Country 105 Energy 99.7 Radio Bell Media Award for the Outstanding Graduate in the Radio Program, the Jane Harrison Award for Graduating Student in the School of Media Arts and Design, who exemplifies creativity, strategic thinking, people skills, and problem-solving abilities. He's also won the Mix 97 Quinty Broadcasting Award for being the top on-air performer and the My FM 88.7 and Oldies 100.1 Leadership Award. Laura Mitchell. Sarah Ozier, Dean's List, and the winner of the Chorus Radio Peterborough Kingston Award for Top Producer. General Arts and Science. Karen Lawson, Dean's List. Caitlin Woods, Dean's List, and the General Arts and Science Program Excellence Award. Photojournalism. Taylor Bertelink, Dean's List, and the recipient of the Bill White Award for Perseverance, Excellence, and Positive Attitude in the Photojournalism Program. Lori Christmas, Dean's List. Martine Fulbert. Grace Posma. Maria Beatrice Surden. Asadullah Sharifi. Congratulations. Now presenting Ontario College Advanced Diplomas. New Media Production and Animation. Richard Barker. Alexander Clark. Jordan Condette, Dean's List. Anthony Curran, Dean's List. Kenneth Cayugan, Dean's List. Donna Jean Heron, Dean's List. Rebecca Lanigan, Dean's List. Jamal Unkubor. Corey Ostrander, Dean's List. Vanessa Reinhardt, Dean's List. Broadcast Engineering Technology. Bradley Butterworth. Brandon Derry. Kimon Calamacares, Dean's List. Kevin Davis, Dean's List. Kevin is also the recipient of the McCurdy Award. It is provided through the Association of Central Canada Broadcast Engineers, Technologists, and Technicians for the ability to go beyond that which is expected of a technical student working toward a career in media. Daniel Kavanaugh, Dean's List. Jennifer Robertson, Dean's List. William Seaton, Dean's List. Graphic Design. Karina Aubin. Natasha Burrell, Dean's List. Leah Chambers, Dean's List. Brianna Davey, Dean's List. Michael Chrischuk, Dean's List. Teresi Morrow, Dean's List. Ashton Nochtka. Laura Palmer. Brittany Papadopoulos. Lindsay Shaver, Dean's List. Ryan Whiteman. Thank you, Governor Forder. Journalism, online, print, and broadcast. Angus Argyle. Rebecca Bartlett, Dean's List. Courtney Bell. Brendan Burke, Dean's List. Brendan is also the recipient of the CWA Canada Award for Workplace and Labour Reporting. Megan Burry. Akala Chapman, Dean's List. Ashley Clark, Dean's List. Stephanie Clue, Dean's List. Mallory Day. Deanna Fraser, Dean's List. Tara Henley, Dean's List. Callie Jackson. Isaiah Mawini, Dean's List. Justin Medvig. Justin is also the recipient of the Orland French Award for Outstanding Coverage of Local Stories. Matthew Murray, Dean's List. Nicholas Ogden, Dean's List. Brock Ormond. Tyler Penny. Megan Pounder. Emily Cannell, Dean's List. Haley Rose, Dean's List. Buckley Smith. Rachel Stark. Selena Steele Clough. Television and New Media Production. Ira Marie Castleman. Megan Chesney. Tavis Cummings, Dean's List. Tavis is also the recipient of the Program Advisory Committee Best Operator Award. Congratulations. Catherine Davies. Taryn Fountain. Jaislyn Garreau, Dean's List. Taylor Halliday. Taylor is also the recipient of the Television Faculty Award for Academic Excellence, Superior Communication Skills, Creative, Organized, and she's a team player. Garrett Harvey, Dean's List. Glenn Johnson, Dean's List. Yunjae Lee. Noah Middow, Dean's List. Jacob Moore. Kendall Norris, Dean's List. Richard Perry, Dean's List. Shane Piper, Dean's List. Anish Rayo. Jackson Reynolds. Brady Rogers, Dean's List. Lyndon Roy, Dean's List. Lyndon is also the recipient of the Program Advisory Committee Best Director Award. Angel Sicard. Liam Sinclair Dempster. Aiden Spark. Emily Ventura, Dean's List. Dylan Wickware. William Wilson, Dean's List. Ontario College Graduate Certificates in Public Relations. Melissa Davis, Dean's List. Vanessa Drury. Elizabeth Edwards, Dean's List. Katrina Farnworth. Maya Hemmersbach, Dean's List. Summer Johnson, Dean's List. Jesslyn Lunny. Thomas Meldrum. Karen Minnis, Dean's List. Sarah Moon, Dean's List. Dan Pochus, Dean's List. Tamara Rebergen, Dean's List. Rebecca Saunders, Dean's List. Rebecca's also graduated from the General Arts and Science program. Daniel Schell, Dean's List. Stephen Schill, Dean's List. Michaela Stacy, Dean's List. Trevor Struthers, Dean's List. Aisha Tayab, Dean's List. Kelsey Thompson, Dean's List. Mary Williams, Dean's List. Stephanie Young, Dean's List. Stephanie is also the recipient of the Faculty Union of Loyalist College Award for Academics in College and Community Involvement. This concludes the conferring of certificates, diplomas, and advanced diplomas for the Media Arts and Design programs. President Vaughan, it is my distinct pleasure to present the recipients of college certificates, Ontario College certificates, diplomas, and awards in continuing education programs. Loyalist College Certificate. Customs and Logistics. Donna Baker. Geriatric Studies. Jennifer Caulfield. Supply Chain and Logistics Management. Dorothy Methfondi. Thank you, Governor Keller. Ontario College certificates. Office Administration Certificate. Shazaya Shahid. Food service worker. Ashlyn Copeland Pinapinto. Lorraine Farrar, Dean's List. Asma Neha, Dean's List. Pamela Ward, Dean's List. Lorraine Wright, Dean's List. Ontario College diplomas, Office Administration Medical, and also Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Ramandeep Brar, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Kirandeep Dillon, Hospital Ward Clerk, Health Records Clerk, Dean's List. Sukhmian Gill, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Gagandeep Kaur, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Harpreet Kaur, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Kirandeep Kaur, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Manpreet Kaur, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Rajdeep Kaur, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Sonpreet Kaur, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Melissa Lawson, and a little one, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Melissa Mulligan, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk, Dean's List. Kuldeep Sidhu, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk. Amber Strong, Dean's List, Health Records Clerk, Hospital Ward Clerk. Office Administration Medical Transcription. Olga Gisela Mago, Dean's List. Marilyn Malloy, Dean's List. Thank you, Governor Forder. This concludes the conferring of certificates and diplomas for continuing education programs. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Basker. I would like to call on Heather Williams, graduate of our Public Relations Programme and past President of the Loyalist Student Government, for a valedictorian address.
I'm not his real mom. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, and Loyalist College staff and administrators. To begin, I would like to take a moment to say a few thank yous. I would like to thank all of you sitting here for taking the time out of your day to celebrate myself and my fellow classmates as we walk across this stage and take the next steps in our lives. I would also like to thank the selection committee for giving me this incredible opportunity. Lastly, I would like to say thank you to all the people that have supported me throughout this journey of post-secondary education. The staff that have turned into friends, and the friends that have turned into family. But most importantly, thank you, Loyalist, for becoming a home away from home and a community that everyone can feel included in. Just to think that today is our last day as post-secondary students. Now that's something to celebrate. Well, of course, that's unless you're returning to school for a postgraduate program or another program, and in that case, good luck to you in your future studies. But for those of you who are done with the education system and starting your journey in the real world, just think, you'll never be burdened with homework or all-night study sessions again. Now that is definitely something to celebrate. But that does not mean that we are done learning. If there's one thing that I had to take away from public relations, it's that the world is ever-changing. The methods we use to communicate will always be updating, as those of you who are Apple users may know from the constant update reminders. And human interest will constantly be piqued by the unknown. We must be able to move and adapt to what is thrown our way and use that to our advantage to grow and to learn. If there is one thing that I had to take away from the sales and marketing program that I graduated from last year, it's to keep things short and sweet and get to the point. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. What I want to leave with you today is, as we enter into the real world, or as some of you may call it the adulting stage in our lives, I want to encourage all of you to take each opportunity that is presented with an open mind and a full heart. As Steve Jobs once said, our time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of the others' opinions drown out our inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. I would like to invite President Vaughan to make a presentation at this time.
I've told Heather these past 7 months that she's my succession plan, so I suspect later you will see her in this role as president of Loyalist College. In recognition as one of the first valedictorians of Loyalist, we present this to you, Heather, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I now invite Mr. George Reedham, President of the Loyalist College Alumni Association, to say a few words.
Congratulations, graduates, and welcome, Loyalist College alumni, class of 2017. When you stepped off the stage today, you were greeted by a couple of people who handed you a business card holder. They're my fellow alumni executives, and Brian DeCare and Jennifer Gilmore. Thank you very much. The credit card holder or business card holder, your choice, is actually provided by Alumni Services. Alumni Services is kind of a group that works in the background here in support of alumni, a very important group and need to be recognized. Lindsay, Francine, Tracy, thank you very much for all the support of alumni. And when you need help in alumni issues, contact them. 3 names to remember: Lindsay, Francine, Tracy. Yesterday, I was bragging a little bit and I said, you know, I started this college 49 years ago. And I looked out in the crowd and I thought, I'm going to be the earliest Loyalist person in the room. Now, I said I graduated. I'm not still in school. I actually graduated a couple years ago, so you know, that's all behind me. But I'm looking in the crowd, and sitting in the crowd is Charlie Benson. I was student number 498. Charlie Benson was student number 1, the first student of Loyalist College. Let's have a round of applause for Charlie Benson. Having earned the privilege of graduating from Loyalist College, you have joined a special group of individuals. You have shown strength of character in the pursuit of knowledge in your chosen fields of study. Being a Loyalist College alumni comes with responsibilities and obligations. We honor and respect the individuals who helped us achieve this goal and the institution which provides us with this accreditation. To acknowledge the honor of being a Loyalist College alumni, I invite you to join me in the Loyalist College Alumni Commitment. The Loyalist College Alumni Commitment is an expression of each individual's best intentions to apply their learning and experience in the most positive manner for the widest benefit of our communities. You are joined by all 40,000 plus Loyalist College alumni in this pursuit, and we all offer our support and guidance for our newest members. I invite all Loyalist College alumni from any of the college's 50 years of convocations to please stand as you are able and join me in reciting the Loyalist College Alumni Commitment, which has been provided to you. Alumni, please stand. Please recite along with me the Loyalist College Alumni Commitment. As a graduate of Loyalist College, wherever my life may take me, I will use my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability for my well-being and that of my family and my communities, and for the advancement of learning and the public good. I will conduct myself with honesty and integrity, taking responsibility for my actions and respecting the rights, opinions, and dignity of all peoples. I will maintain my competency and keep abreast of developments in my chosen fields. I will be a loyal ambassador for Loyalist College and will seek to promote its welfare and build its reputation. I will honor all who have shared their knowledge with me and will in turn share my knowledge and experience with those with whom I work or collaborate in my field. In all my dealings, I will endeavor to be known as the person of honor and respect. This is my commitment. Now, we've had a number of speakers today, and they've all been very good, obviously. And we should acknowledge that. So let's a round of applause for our speakers. But it's pretty obvious who the favorite was. I'm the only one who got a standing ovation, other than the 3 people that Paul paid to stand earlier. And the applause, my goodness, overwhelming. I'm humbled by it. Thank you very much, and please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a moment to thank the staff from the Registrar's Office and Facility Services and the entire college team for their tireless, meticulous preparation for Convocation. I would also like to thank our string duo, Marion Stratton and Linda Minty, and our piper, Sean Cleaton. You're all invited to join us for a reception in the Parrott Center immediately following the ceremony. I declare Convocation 2017 officially closed. I would ask that everyone please rise for the singing of the Royal Anthem and remain standing for the recessional. Thank you.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.